Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of this Game Dev Diary for Pedro's Adventure. I think last time I left you with the basic introduction of the inventory system, and I told you I was going to work on adding in some enemies and things like that. So, as you can see here, we have two blobs, and we have our default Pedro. If we look at their inventory system here, we've got kind of at the minute these are what the base stats are going to be. So you start off with 30 health, strength 5, you only got 1 armor, and if you look at our, have to move that over, it's still not quite in the right place. If you look at our helmets, then we don't have any to equip. There's none. We have no cloaks. Our only armor is our clothes, which is armor 1, which is where this armor 1 comes from. We don't have any shields either, and our only weapon is the wooden dagger. We have no gold, and that's just a random value of your experience. I haven't got the experience and level 1 up into the game yet. So what is new is that we've got enemies in the dungeon. We can attack them, and it's actually quite lucky. There's a chance for enemies to drop some loot. So when they do drop some loot, you see this bag, and then when you click it, then it tells you what you find, and we found a glittering 20 gold. So if we go to our inventory system, we can now see that we have 20 gold. So we'll search this dungeon for a bit. At the minute, there is just 5 types of enemies that can be spawned in this dungeon as it stands. And as you go deeper into the dungeon, you can see these steps here. That's going to take you deeper into the dungeon. And as you get deeper and deeper into the dungeon, then what will happen is that different enemies will spawn, depending on what level you're on. And then enemies will be harder, but the loot and things like that will be better. So I'm about to die at the minute. I've only got 4 health, so I haven't got quite it linked up properly to when you die you go back to the original scene, but I've changed the code so much that it doesn't quite work at the minute, so I'll have to restart the dungeon scene to show you a bit more. So yeah, if you find the stairs, you go down the stairs. It asks you, do you want to go deeper into the dungeon? And if you go deeper into the dungeon, then there is going to be harder enemies, but better loot, more gold. And you can also see that we have treasure chests now. You find the treasure chest, and then it tells us we have found some wonderful new weaponry. So we can go into our inventory system. We have the wooden dagger equipped, and we find the iron dagger. And what the iron dagger does is that it gives our weapon +5, so we can do more damage. So we'll equip that, and we can see that rather than having the wooden dagger, Pedro is holding a iron dagger. So yeah, happy enough with how the progress is coming along. Next up is to link everything together. So have you going into the dungeon, and then lasting whether you die through health or you kill. There's going to probably be a wee mini boss in each dungeon that you can reach, whether you kill that or you run out of turns, like it's your turn counter. So if you run out of turns, then you're going to be sent back. So have to get that all linked up the story as well. We've also got it where some enemies can fire at you, so these spiders fire cobwebs at you if you're in a certain amount of range. And oops, didn't mean to do that. Pick that out there. So if we walk on stairs says go deeper into the dungeon. If you click no, then you don't have to, but if you click yes, then at the minute it just reloads the dungeon. But I'm going to have the code, so it actually, what it does is sets the level of the dungeon 1 higher, and that'll mean that it'll spawn different enemies. Each enemy has a different chance to be spawned. So at the minute the blobs are the most common. The red bats and the red spiders are slightly rarer. So it's just to give a kind of different feel to the different levels of the dungeon. There'll be some repeating of enemies, but the chances of each enemy spawning is different, so it means that it does give it a slightly different feel. So I want to try and find one more treasure chest here before I end the video. Just to show, hopefully find some more armor or something like that to show that they've got the loot system working, which I'm pretty happy at. Might change the drop rates a bit. At the minute, every level of the dungeon has a treasure chest. I might change that so it's not always there, but I think I kind of like the idea of having a chest so that you can search. I might as well kill this bat. This is just gonna follow me around, so I still need to work a bit in the balance. Quite how I've got the armor system in working, so how armor works, and there's your treasure chest. Will I die? Nope, hopefully I make it. And I find some wonderful new weaponry again, so I should be upgraded to the steel weapon, so we'll equip that and we'll be even stronger. So if we start again, then we should be able to hopefully one-shot a lot of the enemies. So yeah, it's starting to become, the dungeon level at least, starting to become a bit more of an actual game rather than just walking around with the inventory system of the last video. So I want to get this linked up to the original forest and home scene. Find sturdy new shield, so if we equip that, then our armor goes up by 3. We can see Pedro's not got a shield. So I want to link everything up. I think that's the next steps, and get the story sorted out about why you're in this dungeon and what you're looking for and what you're trying to do. And then I think once that's complete, I will put out another kind of I'll upload it for everybody to try, and that'll be the latest version, so let people play it and get some more feedback on the game. So I think we're making good progress. Finish off the dungeon with the more enemies, like I said, and link everything up, and that's the plan for the next week or so. So if you have any comments or feedback, please do leave them in the comments. I appreciate all feedback that people give. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see ya.